The year is 2005. The internet is a wild, blinking, chaotic place. At its center, MySpace, a glitter text kingdom with over 100 million users. It was bigger than Google, the most visited site in the US, and for a moment, it the internet. Every new user met Tom, the smiling white-shirted friend to all. MySpace wasn't just a website, it was your digital bedroom. You curated your identity with band collages, inside jokes, and emo lyrics. Your profile was your canvas, backgrounds, fonts, colors, and of course your profile song. The top 8 was your social chessboard. The question wasn't if you were on MySpace, but what your song was. It was your social hub, music discovery, and blog, rolled into one. You could stumble on a new band or connect with friends, all in the same place. MySpace was messy, loud, and gloriously human. We spent hours tweaking HTML, arranging our top 8, and leaving comments. Each profile was a unique, hand-coded corner of the web. This freedom was its greatest strength, raw, authentic self-expression. But that same chaos planted the seeds of its downfall. The very thing that made MySpace feel like ours would make it impossible to last. The digital kingdom was built by its users, for its users, but as we'll see, that beautiful chaos couldn't survive forever. MySpace was a world that felt like home, until it didn't. And that's where our story begins. MySpace's rise wasn't luck, it was radical customization. You weren't just a user, you were an architect, tweaking HTML and CSS to make your page truly yours. People learned coding just to get that perfect glittery background. The more you customized, the more it felt like home. And you wanted your friends to see it. Enter the top 8, a public ranking of your closest friends, fueling endless drama and conversation. It gamified friendship, making social life visible and addictive. Then came the music. MySpace let you not just list but your favorite bands. For musicians, it was a game changer. Upload a song, reach millions. Bands like Arctic Monkeys and Panic at the Disco launched their careers here. It democratized music discovery, no label required. MySpace was more than a tool, it was a scene, a digital subculture. It had its own language, etiquette, and celebrities. You found your tribe, whether you were punk, emo, or indie. MySpace wasn't just a network, it was an identity. For a while it felt like it would last forever, but nothing online ever does. In July 2005, MySpace was bought by Rupert Murdoch's News Corp for $580 million. Wall Street cheered, the tech world was stunned. MySpace now had the money to become unstoppable, or so it seemed. The user base exploded and a $900 million ad deal with Google followed. But the culture shifted. News Corp saw users as an audience to sell, not a community to nurture. The focus moved from user experience to ad revenue. Pressure for profits led to more ads, not better features. The soul of MySpace, its rebellious, user-driven spirit, was hollowed out. The original team was replaced by executives chasing quarterly earnings. Instead of fixing problems, they plastered on more ads. The $580 million wasn't just for a website, it was for a culture. And that was something News Corp never understood. The disconnect would prove fatal. MySpace's greatest asset, its community, was slipping away. MySpace's technical foundation was shaky from the start. Built in a rush, its code was a patchwork, messy, inefficient, and hard to scale. As users flooded in, the site slowed to a crawl. Custom profiles with embedded music and GIFs made pages heavy and slow. No design standards meant every profile was a wild card, sometimes clean, often a sensory assault. The chaos that fueled creativity also bred spam, scams, and malware. Your inbox filled with spam bots. Clicking a profile could mean a virus. The site became a digital minefield. News Corp's answer? More ads, not better code. Pages got heavier, user experience got worse. Frustration grew. The joy of self-expression curdled into irritation. MySpace was becoming unusable. Instead of fixing the core, they chased short-term profits. The beautiful chaos had become a mess. Users started looking for the exit. The digital kingdom was crumbling from within. Enter the Facebook, a clean, exclusive network for college students. Where MySpace was chaos, Facebook was order, no custom backgrounds, no music, just uniform profiles. It was boring, but it was fast and simple. Facebook encouraged real names and real connections, creating a sense of safety and authenticity. It felt like a trusted network, not a public square. The user experience was vastly superior. Fast, intuitive, and free of spam. No buggy widgets, no malware, just a well-maintained garden. While MySpace struggled with its aging code, Facebook built a sleek, efficient machine. As Facebook opened to more users, the contrast grew starker. Tired of MySpace's chaos, users found refuge in Facebook's simplicity. It just worked. And as people migrated, they brought their friends, creating an unstoppable network effect. MySpace was the wild party. Facebook was the calm after. The tide was turning. While Facebook innovated, MySpace stalled. News Corp's bureaucracy slowed everything. Decisions took months, not days. The original team was gone, replaced by executives focused on ad sales, not product. They launched distractions like MySpace cameras and phones, missing the real problems. Facebook rolled out newsfeed, MySpace sold hardware. Attempts to clean up the site were half-hearted and too late. Innovation stopped, the design stagnated, and the site felt dated. The creative energy was gone, replaced by corporate stagnation. The party was over, management just counted the receipts. The exodus was swift. By 2008, Facebook surpassed MySpace in users. Once your friends left, there was no reason to stay. MySpace's network effect reversed, accelerating its decline. Desperate redesigns and relaunches failed to win users back. In 2010, MySpace tried to become an entertainment hub, admitting defeat in social networking. But users had moved on. Facebook for friends, YouTube and Spotify for entertainment. Financial losses mounted. News Corp sold MySpace for just $35 million in 2011. A $580 million investment, now worth less than a Manhattan apartment. The final relaunch in 2013, backed by Justin Timberlake, flopped. The new design was confusing and buggy. The users were gone, and they weren't coming back. The digital kingdom was now a ghost town. MySpace lingered as a digital time capsule, holding millions of songs from a generation of musicians. In 2019, disaster struck. A server migration wiped out over 50 million songs by 14 million artists. 12 years of music, gone in an instant. It was a catastrophic loss of digital culture. The incident showed how fragile our digital heritage really is. The internet isn't a permanent record. It's only as safe as the servers behind it. MySpace's music deletion was a cultural tragedy. For many, their only recordings vanished forever. The platform that launched bands ended up erasing their history. A careless error wiped out a generation's soundtrack. What can we learn from MySpace's rise and fall? User experience is everything. If a site is slow and unpleasant, people leave, no matter how big it is. MySpace prioritized ads over usability, ignoring core problems. The tech world moves fast. If you don't innovate, you fall behind. MySpace stood still while Facebook raced ahead. Once users leave, they rarely return. The deletion of user data was the final betrayal. MySpace's downfall began when it saw its community as a commodity, not people to serve. They took users for granted, and lost them. It's a lesson every social platform must remember. In the end, we're left with nostalgia for a messier, more creative internet. MySpace was the culture of scene kids, profile songs, and top 8 drama. It was awkward, cringy, and beautiful, just like being a teenager. Tom Anderson, everyone's first friend, sold the company and quietly moved on. He didn't chase new startups or fame, he traveled, took photos, and enjoyed life. While MySpace crashed, Tom gracefully exited. He remains a beloved figure, a reminder of a more personal internet. He never tried to recapture the magic. Moments in time are just that, moments. We say goodbye to MySpace, the chaotic kingdom where we learned to live online. It was a flawed, beautiful mess that shaped the social web. And somewhere Tom is probably photographing a sunset, our friend to the end.